So recently I read the book Start With Why by Simon Sinek. You might be familiar with him. He's the guy that went viral for speaking on millennials. Remember him?
Because we're taking this amazing group of young, fantastic kids who were just dealt a bad hand. It's no fault of their own. And we put them in corporate environments that care more about the numbers than they do about the kids.
Anyway, general interest in business books aside, I wanted to clarify my own why, especially as it relates to Boost Bolster. Because I know it's more than just a business venture. Yes, it's community, it's education, it's service, but why? I'll get into that shortly, but before I do, I want to share with you a couple of things that I learned from the book. To start, the best business leaders inspire people to act with a sense of purpose that has little to nothing to do with some incentive or benefit. For example, people who buy Apple believe in Apple and believe in what the company stands for, which is challenging the status quo and thinking differently. Now, most will tell you that the product is superior, and in this instance, it's an iPhone versus an Android. However, we know objectively that is not always the case. People buy Apple because they are inspired by what it represents. This is in contrast to the person who buys from a company because of a sale, discount, 2-for-1 deal. Whatever pricing tactic is a form of manipulation. At some point in the book, Sinek unveils a model he calls the Golden Circle, which is a framework that describes how to think, act, and communicate to inspire rather than manipulate in order to motivate people.
Let me define the terms really quickly. Every single person, every single organization on the planet knows what they do 100%. Some know how they do it, whether you call it your differentiating value proposition or your proprietary process or your USP. But very, very few people or organizations know why they do what they do. And by why, I don't mean to make a profit. That's a result. It's always a result. By why, I mean what's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? But the inspired leaders and the inspired organizations, regardless of their size, regardless of their industry, all think, act, and communicate from the inside out.
The thing is, very few people or companies can clearly articulate why they do what they do. The best companies can clearly communicate their why. So, why Boost Bolster? Because I know there are high achievers out there in the world who want to maximize their physical, mental, and spiritual potential for the purposes of becoming free. They want to live long, healthy lives, to spend more time with family, friends, and live as much life as possible. They understand that a life is not worth living unless you are serving others. They refuse to follow the masses and instead blaze their own trail. They believe in something bigger. I'm talking about natural-born leaders. That could be you, and if it is, I hope you consider sharing, liking, and subscribing, and we'll talk soon.